Alright, Series 1, American Internal Arts. Alright, well, here goes. So the basis of the theory behind energy arts is that there are two energies in the universe. There's yang, which is hot, the masculine force, the force that drives, and there's yin, which is cool, earth, feminine, which is receiving and nullifying. So these two forces counteract each other in the universe in various ways, like gravity. Gravity is yin. The sun is yang. So the earth is yin, the sun is yang. Male and female, women are yin, and men are yang. That's not to say that we don't have yin and yang in us. It's just that men are predominantly yang and women are predominantly yin. Now, as far as the energies go, really the only way to concentrate one energy is actually by sitting in a meditative stance, in which the energy from the sun, yang energy, which is trapped in our atmosphere and makes it blue, comes in through your head right here in your crown chakra, and through a system of breathing there's a way to trap it inside your stomach right here, called the dantian, or the elixir field, which is where yang chi is stored from the sky. There's a little spot right here, right below your belly button, and that's where it gets stored. As far as yin is concerned, just by sitting on the ground, yin comes into you from the earth because it is drawn to yang. So it's kind of like a pulley effect. Like you sit on the ground, you gather yang chi through breathing, and by the virtue of that, yin chi is drawn to you from the earth. So just by sitting and breathing, you're actually gaining both energies. Just one is gained without you doing anything about it. Because yang chi, you have to breathe it in. It's a combination of your breath and the energy that comes in through your head right here. So, anyways, that's the basic theory behind the energies. Now, I know a lot of you don't know about a gentleman named John Chang. He's the man who inspired me to do these videos. He apparently has already fused these two energies inside of his body, because that is the main goal, is to eventually gather enough of both energies to where they can be fused. They actually get fused this way, one on top of the other, yang on top of yin, and they get pulled up into each other, and that is actually what the Tai Chi symbol is yin and yang coming together as one. So, yeah, that takes a long time. That takes like 20 years to do, because gathering the chi is a time-intensive process. So you can't just do it in a day. It takes many, many days of consecutive meditation. I've heard fasting helps, and getting the right amount of sleep. Don't overeat. So, yeah, that's step one. Excuse me. Okay, I guess we can go over the chakras. There's a lot of chakras in the system that I practice. The main one being your dantian right here. The second most important being your hui yin, which is the gateway of yin, which is actually your gooch. right in between your legs, and that's where yin qi comes in and out. Now the opposite is the ba hui, which is your crown chakra. That's where yang qi comes in and out. There's a third eye chakra. That is where your soul and spirit is, and you can concentrate energy there. And that's what the Taoists do to gain immortality, is they fuse these two energies, yin and yang, and bring it up to their head, so that when they die, their soul and spirit has like a battery it can survive on in the afterlife. And so there is ways to extend life beyond death, because really our bodies are just this physical universe combined with the spirit realm, which is yin. Like the difference between, there's a difference between a living tree and a chopped down tree that's been dried out. The difference being that the yin of the tree is now severed because it was cut from the earth. So now it's only yang, which is the actual wood itself. A living tree has yin and yang. And the same thing goes for us. So, yeah. Other chakras, I forgot, I got sidetracked. There's chakras on your palms right here, the base of your palm, your fingertips, your thumb. I don't know about in karate, but I guess there's one right here. And that's how they do the karate chop so hard on concrete, is they use their yin qi to make their hands strong like metal, because metal is yin. So they can chop through yang, which is like rocks and whatever. So, excuse me. There's ones on your feet at the very base of your sole, and those connect to the yin of the earth. And on your back right here, there's like an interface system that connects to your kidneys. I forget what else, but there's like 4 main chakra points right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or no, there's 8. 2 on each side of your back. And I think those correspond to like the sexual organs, the bladder, the intestines, and the kidneys, and I think the heart. And anyways, so that's like all the basics. Going back to how it's time intensive, this process, it takes about, I think, 81 hours of meditation to fill the Dantian with Yang Qi. Because Yang Qi wants to stay up, it's opposed to Yin, it's high in the atmosphere. And that's what actually is making our atmosphere blue, is Yang Qi. Yang Qi in its purest form is white, but on the planet it's blue. What is it? For the meditation, you have to be grounded to the earth, which is connecting yourself to the yin. And in that way, it's kind of like opening a vortex. Your body gets connected to the earth's yin, which has a great pull. And so your body becomes like a conduit for the yang qi to come down. I don't know if you've ever seen that picture of someone with a halo, but it's like there's a band around their head, you know? And, I don't know. I've seen this before, but I've seen energy coming down into someone's head, like in a cone, like a spherical shape, like it was almost being swirled in. And that shook me out. But I think that process gets sped up or increased in effect when there's yang or yin in your body from the earth. So I'll just demonstrate what the stance is for the meditation for the step 1. So for meditation, It's really easy. I like to stretch. I'm not really flexible. I don't know why I stretch every day. Maybe it's because all the skateboarding. But it doesn't really matter which legs go down. First, I usually do left and then right over left. And that's half lotus. And this is a good position to start out in because this is what your meditation stance will look like. So this is the basic hand setup, which is called a mudra for the level 1. This is just your basic hand stance. And hand stances are important because they control where the chi is in your body. Your fingers and your hands control, it's like your intent. What is it? I like to think that like wherever the hands go, the chi is or whatever, you know, because they're connected. Oh yeah, forgot one last thing about the internal system. Your heart chakra actually is very important because that is what circulates all of the chi around. Yang chi and yin chi. When you're breathing in, you know, air goes into your lungs and then your heart pumps it throughout your body and that rejuvenates it. Sleeping is like a process where your body is just breathing all night and recuperating. Meditation, when you're in this stance, you're not sleeping, your body is still active. But the point is to shut off or like tune out of this brain right here, the mammalian brain, and actually go down into this brain because your stomach actually has about 3/4, if not half, the nerve cells of your brain, making it actually stronger than your spinal cord in terms of its power as far as neurological processes go. Oh yeah, another thing that's important in your meditation is your tongue, because your tongue is actually a connection switch, being that it is like a circuit. You can either break the circuit or have it closed. Having it closed is putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth, because energy circulates in this way throughout your body, coming down the front, through your mouth, down your throat, basically down into your dantian area, your lower part. I think it goes into your legs and comes back and loops around, but it comes up the back and then over the head again. So, yeah. Basically just breathing for level 1, accumulating the yang chi, which is the most important. Just sitting, back erect, try and have your the yin chakra, which is your gooch, try and have that touching the ground, which is kind of hard. You have to be really flexible, but the more it has a connection, the better the yin chi can pass into your body. And the yin chi is what makes you strong, honestly. Because the more yin chi you have, the more yang chi you draw, and vice versa. So it's like a coupling effect. The more you get, the stronger you get, and the faster you get both. So the starting process is really slow. It's like riding a bike. At first you don't really know how to ride it, and then you kind of pedal for a little while and get the hang of it, and then you can start going faster and faster until you can do tricks and stuff like that. It's like the same basic process, but different. It's with your body and energy. Okay, so level 1, your hands are just like this, eyes are closed, back is erect, chin is tucked in, and basically you just sit here and breathe. Through your nose, out through your nose. Try and make it as slow as possible. I'm kind of anxious right now because this is the first ever video I've made on this stuff, so gotta bear with me. So that's like your basic yang chi development. That draws in the energy through your crown chakra by virtue of you're connected to the ground, meaning that opposite energies draw each other. Like, for me, I like to think of like the process of them being drawn together like a man and a woman, because they are basically the same principle. Men are drawn to women and go to women. Women are the receiving end, obviously. So, yeah. And when men and women come together, and the energies are combined, typically a new life is made, which is another human being. Now, the difference between the two energies coming together in our body is that it's not a human being, but actually this brain down here is almost autonomic, in the sense that it can run completely by itself without input from your brain. It controls your fear, your fight or flight. Like if you ever get close to a girl and you start getting a weird feeling in your stomach, all those have to do with this brain, which is receiving input from your sensory organs. I heard that like up until you're 5, it's just recording data, and then when it turns 5, the vagus nerve connects fully to your brain from your lower brain right here, and that's what serves as your go-to guide whenever you're in trouble. Like when you're a kid, you deal with some shit and you learn from it. Like, I don't burn my hand anymore, and I don't cut myself, and I don't have to jump off a building or like fly off a skateboard or whatever. All those memories were stored when you were younger, so that when you're older, you don't have to learn that, and it's like a rock solid foundation that your body can bounce off of in times of distress, because this has a lot faster reaction time to the physical universe than this brain does, which we operate for like complex tasks such as planning, and I think of math as complex, so math, and so yeah, those are the two brains which store energy, because I don't know if you ever heard about electricity and magnetism, but getting sidetracked. And okay, so that's the basic level 1 theory and practice. There's the next step, which you can do after you've done that first meditation with your hands like this for a while. I would do this for about like a month or so, like maybe an hour a day for a month, before moving to the next step, which is a different mudra. And this mudra and the breathing style is more intensive, and it's kind of like a secret that people have been passing down throughout China, but I'll try and explain it and show it to you. So basically the hands go in this position, I don't even know what it's called. I think of it as like the good luck one, because Buddha does it all the time, but this is the mudra, the hand position. Your fingers touching your thumbs. Same basic sitting position, except for now, when you breathe in, instead of your stomach naturally expanding and your chest naturally expanding as you would a normal breath, you draw in your stomach at the lower part right here. So it kind of looks like this. I'll pull up my shirt. I don't know if you can see my stomach or not, but basically you exhale fully, get relaxed, and then do a pulling breath, or a reverse breath is what it's called in Qigong and Chinese stuff. So the bottom half is pulled in. I'll try and demonstrate it right now. It's kind of hard. that's it. So I don't know if you saw it, but my stomach cavity came inside as I breathed in. And on the exhale, I opened my mouth, disconnected my tongue, and released my breath through my mouth. Now that's something that you only do after you've done the first meditation for a month. And this is for guys. If you ever do have sex and ejaculate, or like even